Hello everybody, I'm Bill Smith again, and today I'd like to show you an operation attack on my main account. Today as usual, we're tackling Dead End, and actually I just took out Callisto with Zooks and Sergeant Brick. It was pretty fun. So, some setup here, and pardon me, I have a cold, but either way, so this guy's a hopper. And he went and did the first attack. He took out like most of the core actually, and you know I'm not sure if he meant to bring Sergeant Brick along or not. But either way, she got shot by a boom cannon early on, so he just went ahead without her. This Callisto is a bit interesting. Normally we would flare we'd land in the bottom left and flare straight up to the core. It's a nice straight path, but here. So, yeah, like I said, normally, see that rocket launcher range? It actually doesn't cover all the way to the bottom of the landing zone. So all you need is one smoke for the corner. You know, I used to think you needed 3 smokes. Silly me. Okay, so, you know, nonetheless, with this landing, there's these 2 laser beams down here. So you would have to have, 2 if you're, like, really, really precise, and I am not that precise. Yeah, I think you can fit all your bullets under 2 smokes, including the hero boat, but I'm not messing with that. So anyway, this guy apparently he didn't think he could do it either, so he actually went and pathed diagonally. See that block of 15 cells there? He pathed from like bottom rightmost cell all the way up to just below those boom cannons, and then from there to the core. And you know, it's a bit of a tricky core situation here because you've got that one mortar and the shock blaster in addition to all those flamethrowers. So I'll explain what technique he used when he got there. But either way, this is the diagonal path here, and you know, ever since Heroes came out, people have been wondering, okay, sounds like battle orders is the thing for high level operations. How the heck are we gonna do battle order? How the heck are we going to get Sergeant Brick to destination? Because, you know, you have to use an intermediate flare, it turns out, kind of obviously. And, okay, back to Prince's attack. Okay, what he's doing here is that he paused at the boom cannons. Okay, then he flared the gap between the shock blaster and flamethrower, which is where you would normally flare. Okay, then, in rapid succession, once his gals are at the mortar, he's going to flare the top left flamethrower to target it, okay? And when he does that, his gals are going to cram around that mortar, and almost all of them are going to fit into the mortar's blind spot. You know, from there, he'll go flare the core. And then it's kind of self-explanatory after you flare the core, just, you know, don't retaliate in your shocks and blah, blah, blah. So, I'm trying to click on the mortar, but failing, so you'll just have to take my word that he is... Oh, okay, well, yeah, so he's almost... I guess it looks like... I'm not sure if all of his zookas are in the blind spot, but the mortar didn't fire, so there's that. I think I was saying before I got distracted. Normally we like to start at the bottom left and then flare straight to the top, to that gap there. That sort of technique where you start at the shore and then flare all the way to your destination is called a Javelin flare. The interesting thing is that if you draw a line from the corner to the finishing position, you'll find that the path is very slightly biased to the right. And you know, it turns out that because the path is biased slightly right, your zookas are going to wind their way around the defensive buildings and power cells just so that they form 2 or sometimes 1 nice tight columns, and you know, it's just a tight, easy path to cover. Whereas with Brick, when you're using intermediate flares, it's a bit harder. Dirty little secret of Boom Beach is that a lot of the Javelin flare paths got worked out by ex-modders, you know, people who are using software that enabled them to simulate operation attacks many, many times. This is evil and dishonorable, and if you do this, you will face like eternal damnation. Okay, so do not do this. And by the way, Supercell also recently banned a lot of X-modders, so you could get your account banned. So I'll just leave it at that. Either way, so with a series of intermediate flares, your troops may not group up as nicely, and in my case, you'll see that on my way to my intermediate spot, which is just right by that quad group of machine guns right there, you'll see that they form like 3 columns, which is not really what you want. Your smokes can just barely cover 3 columns of troops, but you have less room for error there. Right, see that? Yeah, now I think I haven't done this path in a while, so could be that I just haven't worked out the correct positioning. So no, I guess around the machine guns they're forming 2 nice columns. But now it's like 9. Yep, that was the 9th smoke. And then 10th smoke right on top of the mortar. Yep, lost a few there. And so my worry with bringing Sergeant Brick was that I figured, okay, that was the path I wanted to take. I wasn't sure what the heck she was going to do once I flipped flamethrower. It turns out that I was very lucky. She's standing right at the edge of the smoke, so this could have gone wrong. And furthermore, I was intending to shock the 3 flamers and 1 shock blaster in one go. I could have accidentally caught her in the shock radius, and I didn't think about this. Had I done so, I don't think her battle orders would have deployed. Now you can't see this, but right now, one thing you need to know is that the battle orders, you can activate it while under smoke, and it will deduct your GBE, but it will only pop out, and the timer will only start once your smoke clears, which is great. 2, 3. So I did not need battle orders. I just wanted to see if I could get the path down, and that's the path. I'm sure it can be improved, but like I said, it's proof of concept. Interesting technical note about battle orders is that despite the description in your hero hut, which seems to imply that the speed bonus only applies to troop movement speed, it turns out that it actually boosts their firing rate as well. So remember your zookas fire once every 2 seconds? That's 0.5 shots per second. It's under battle orders, it's 0.5 times, in my case, 1.42. Arlight confirmed on the Discord that, he said on Discord that he was pretty sure, it's not a verbatim quote, but he said he was pretty sure that they coded it such that it's both troop movement speed and firing rate. So in other words, high-level operation players, the choice for battle orders is really pretty clear. Iron Will reduce incoming damage by 50%. And yes, on low-level ops, that means your zookas are going to be able to survive rocket hits that they wouldn't otherwise. But still, on ops like Curtain Call and above, they're still going to get 1 shot even under Iron Will. And I'm pretty sure I haven't done the math, but Heavy should also not be able to withstand a boom cannon shot on account of Iron Will. So it's like, battle orders is the clear choice for operations-oriented players. I guess to recap, the technique of intermediate flaring to your destination with Sergeant Brick along is definitely feasible. It'll require some refinement to for us to work out paths that don't have troops going haywire. By haywire, I mean troops splitting into 3 columns, which can be a bit hard to cover, or troops doing completely unexpected things. But yeah, it's quite feasible, and it really is going to be a powerful boost for 8 seconds, especially when people upgrade them. And just lastly, I know there was a bit of a confusion yesterday, 2 days ago. After the layers patch, I personally started battle orders immediately, and I completed the upgrade without diamonding the time, and it upgraded successfully. So you should go ahead and upgrade your hero abilities without fear. Also, Supercell is currently working out how to compensate players. They are if I understand them right, they're basically trying to figure out precisely who got tokens lost in the little update fiasco. You would think that it sounds easy, but it's probably not. I work in healthcare, data analysis database for my living, and sort of my living. Long story, but even trivial questions like how many people are enrolled in insurance in January 2017, those can be pretty difficult, even though they sound like really simple questions. I'm pretty sure that Supercell's situation is similar. So please, I urge you to have patience, and they are doing what they can, and of course we will all keep up public pressure on them. But yeah, it's gonna be okay. Just be patient. Keep on upgrading your hero base stats, I guess. So Bill Smith signing out. Hope this was helpful.